Right now on CBS 2 News at 5 and streaming on CBS News Los Angeles, Ukraine says it sees room for possible compromise in talks with Russia as Moscow's forces stepped up their bombardment of Ukrainian cities. And good evening, everyone. I'm Pat Harvey.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Jeff Vaughn. The Russian invasion is now in its 20th day. It's estimated that more than 3 million people have now fled Ukraine.
President Biden is gearing up to go to Europe next Thursday for a major NATO gathering. And CBS 2's Jasmine Veal is live in the newsroom now with the very latest on that. Jazz.
Yeah, Pat, 20 days. I mean, you said that, and just so much tragedy and heartache. The U.S., Europe, and Canada have all announced new economic sanctions against Russia, but the Ukrainian president is appealing to the West to do more, with more Russian attacks on the Ukrainian capital of Kyiv. I mean, look at this. Shells hit several residential buildings just early this morning. At least 2 high-rises were heavily damaged and set on fire. Another attack in the city killed 1 person and injured 10 others just yesterday. The mayor says these attacks are further proof that Russian forces are targeting civilians. President Biden signed a bill that includes more than $13 billion in humanitarian, economic, and military aid to Ukraine.
We're moving urgently to further augment the support to the brave people of Ukraine as they defend their country.
Next week, he'll go to Europe for meetings with NATO allies.
His goal is to meet in person, face-to-face, with his European counterparts and talk about and assess where we are at this point in the conflict.
The leaders of Poland, the Czech Republic, and Slovenia embarked on a trip to Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, even as Russian strikes continued there.
We see the result of bombing. People died.
The mayor of Kyiv has imposed a curfew. Meanwhile, Russian forces have also unleashed new artillery strikes in Ukraine's second-largest city, Kharkiv. In what's likely a preview of Wednesday's planned speech to Congress, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky addressed Canada's parliament.
Close the airspace. How many more cruise missiles have to fall on our cities until you make this happen?
The Biden administration has imposed a new wave of sanctions against 11 Russian defense officials and the president of Belarus and his immediate family members. Moscow has retaliated with its own set of largely symbolic sanctions on President Joe Biden, his son Hunter Biden, and several top administration officials.
None of us are planning tourist trips to Russia. None of us have bank accounts that we won't be able to access, so we will forge ahead.
So the humanitarian crisis surrounding Ukraine just continues to grow. The United Nations now says, as you mentioned, 3 million people have fled since the invasion, with millions more, though, displaced inside of the country. And that number just expected to grow much larger, Jeff.
Okay, Jasmine, thank you so much. And to see ways that you can help out Ukraine and access updates 24/7, just head over to cbsla.com.